Alright, guys, see you right here. Okay, another day. We were supposed to do a pump today for the fuel tank, but that didn't come in today. Guess it'll be in tomorrow, according to FedEx. So, do you guys, anybody with a 12 valve, suffer from issues with crankcase ventilation? You know, obviously, I said I put on that guy there, and the tappet cover is where the other one is, and we're going to get rid of it. Now, I made the purchase. These things were not cheap. If you go and get them from Cummins, you'll spend about $425 per. This would be $900 right here. I was able to find them for $400 for two. Okay, what is this? This is a valve cover, dual valve cover breather. You guys can see in there, there's a ring and everything. If you come up under here, there's a slit on both sides, and then that comes up and through. That'll then go up and through this, and for the most part, you know, this blocks out any of the oil from getting past and blowing out of there. You know, it's not perfect. There can still be some going through there. And then there is a drain right there, which drains back down into here. So if any oil gets up into this, you know, I'm assuming there's a mesh in there or not. I don't know. Doesn't look like it, but it goes up and in, and for the most part, it tries to keep all the oil out. So dual valve cover breathers, two of them. These bolt on. There's a little O-ring here that I had to put in. That was a pain in the ass to get in there, but a little bit of soap and lube, and we can get those on. So I'm going to get those tightened down. I'm not going to paint these yet, but now that those have come in, I'm going to grab all the gaskets. We're going to do the front main and the tappet tomorrow, probably paint all that stuff. Hopefully that's where the majority of the oil leaks are, is that front main. If not, not a big deal. We have a tappet cover coming. We have the oil pan coming. The oil pan won't be here for a while, but we also have an oil pan gasket. We have two rear main seals, 3 front main seals. We got plenty of gaskets and stuff. You can see, I see steam coming out of it, so we know it's working. It's kind of weird that, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. A little bit of steam coming out of it. So other than that, I'm going to get those pulled off, those back 4, and then we're going to get these things installed, and I'll show you guys. We also have plenty of hose. I have some leftover hose, plenty of it, which is the perfect size. This is all 3/4 ID, so we'll get all that. But let's get these installed. They're little, looks like 8mm bolts. We'll get those installed. They give you these guys right here. They sit down perfectly center, and that's their way of doing that. So let's get it installed, like I said. You guys can see, like, this thing's always kind of like steamed like that. I don't know if you guys will see it on camera, but it's kind of weird. So I saw another YouTuber was doing videos on the way that he was building it, doing a 12 valve, and he did, like, you know, the exhaust paint that's like a gray, it's like black, but it's like a matte black. So he did all of these in that, and I liked that. But I'm really thinking about white. I think we're gonna make everything in here white. That way, if there's ever a leak, I can tell, because I want this thing to have 0 leaks. So like the front cover, valve covers, this guy here, and this guy here, I want everything white. Everything else we'll try to like paint, like anything that's removable, I think we'll do white, and then we'll try to offset it with a different color. Can't wait to order the new intake. It's a lot cleaner in here. You can see like a little bit of oil is coming from places, so we'll have to figure that out. And one of them pulleys is definitely messing up, because you can kind of see like that, so we'll figure that out as we go through. I cleaned all that oil off there, and then it all, well, no, actually I might have missed that spot, so we'll have to get in here and whatnot, figure it out later. But I also need to adjust the wastegate, which looks like it is able to be adjusted, so I'm gonna have to pull that and adjust it, and then can't wait to replace this. We'll do it eventually, it'll come. Alright, so here they are installed on the 12 valve. As you can see, these are a factory option as well, so I had to make sure that none of the valve covers were giving me issues on the inside. You want to make sure that they're not stuck on the inside. Let me see, make sure. Yeah, you can kind of sort of see in there. Make sure that they're actually sealed all the way around. So there you go, that's them. Now we're gonna get the hoses run. You can realistically run them any way you want. I'm just gonna run the hoses down along the back and drain them on the ground. If it becomes a nuisance and this engine does leak a lot of oil out of the PCV, then I'll do a catch can. But I don't want to do a catch can yet, because I want to get everything all said and done. Same thing with, you know, this guy down here. I'm just going to let the factory stuff do the factory stuff, and then delete the tappet cover, and we'll call it a day on that. So I'll be able to run this. It's 3/4, and it's like, it's a very tight fit. Oh, water. It's a very tight fit, but we have plenty of it. So we'll run it somewhere and call it a day on that. Yeah, let me know what your guys' suggestions on a cold air intake are. I got a little bit more money came in today, and would really appreciate your guys' insight on that, because I'm going to order one of these tomorrow, which will be today for you. So let me know what you guys want, which ones you want me to order, and we'll just go that route, because I definitely want to hide the filter from the elements. I think that is definitely the best way, Banks has stated, so let me know. So I'm using I bought these specifically for jobs like this, but you can see how it looked like before right there, and then we cut it flush. So we're gonna slide that on. I wish that they made them that you could run them that way, but the next place you turn this to, it would be over here facing the intake horn. So that kind of sucks. I've seen guys run these. There's like some sort of ventriloquial effect or whatever. I don't even know what the hell it's called, but a lot of guys will run these into the exhaust at an angle, which will centrifugal, I think it was centrifugal force, like something will, I don't know. But I'm just gonna make it evacuate like normally, and we'll just call it a day. All right, this is a temporary. I'm throwing this out. I'm gonna put one of these stock intakes back on. It turns out there was actually, I might have replaced this, I don't remember. There's actually a somewhat clean filter in there. So I'm gonna slap this in here, probably move this over a little bit, and you guys will see, slowly working on this one here. I have a longer hose over there, so I'm probably gonna route this back with them as well. So here's the thing. I got them going, and then I routed them. There's a bracket on the frame where they're all nice and screwed into, so they're nice and organized and whatnot. And then you guys come under here, and they're mounted to right there. So they're coming out on the side of the frame, so if there's any oil coming out of there, we'll know, because that spot of the frame will have oil on it, which will be a good way of indication of knowing. But I'm working on getting that one right there. I want to route that to the back of the engine as well. I know it's a lot going on, whatnot, but I want to do it because I have plenty to do it. And I don't like the factory, I don't like this. Okay, so anywhere the oil that they're controlled leaks is what I'm gonna call these. So anywhere that I think there's gonna be a controlled leak, we're gonna try to route it all back there. Like I said, everything will be white. When I pull the P-pump off, I'm gonna paint the P-pump. Might paint the P-pump white as well, but everything's coming off, everything's getting painted. You guys, I know I said I would never do it, but you guys are, I think everyone's going to be pretty impressed with the fact that me, of all people, painted things. So white is the color we're going to go. I can already see myself stressing out anytime there is a single dab of oil on anything. I'm going to go to Home Depot today and get some nice stuff to do it right. So it's going to be a pretty happy engine, hopefully. Hopefully it's a happy engine, but it'll definitely be a nice colorful engine. All right, we got the third one routed from here. So now they all go together back behind the engine, and somehow I had enough, just barely, but I did, to have them all go right there. So we'll know if that spot is spitting out oil. I'm gonna get rid of this. And then all we have to do we need to do two things. I need to adjust the wastegate, which is an absolute pain in the ass, which that sucks, because apparently that wastegate's like, from the factory, is like 25 psi. I can't get it to spool over 20 pounds. So we're really gonna have to do something about it. And then put this air filter in and move this. So we'll move that to a nicer, safer location. I'm not sure where I'm gonna move it yet, but I gotta move it somewhere, so I guess we'll find a spot. It used to be up here. I didn't like that spot though. I want it out of the open. So maybe down in here somewhere, who knows? Somewhere where the tire will fling on top of it. All right, so it turns out this fits in there actually pretty nicely and keeps it tight, so that's good. This was a pain in the dick. I had to reroute this whole coolant hose to get that to work. All we have left is the Wastegate Adjustment, so you guys will be able to see everything all nice. And yeah, we're getting there. I can't wait to see this thing with some paint on it and a new exhaust manifold, but that I didn't order yet. That's going to be a hot minute because when I put on, well, actually I don't know if I'll be able to order another manifold because I welded the other turbo to the manifold, so I'll have to use the BD2 piece, but oh well. We'll see how it goes. Let's get this Wastegate adjusted. If you guys have no wheel well, like me, which I have them, I'm just not running them right now so that I can keep cleaning the engine bay out. But I'm gonna try to get back there, and one of two ways. I kind of want to try to vice grip the wastegate line first to see how much boost I can get at the spool. I've done that before. I was running 50 pounds of boost on an HE351 before with my 06. Don't recommend it, but just to try it out to see how much boost this turbo will spool. If I can get it to spool 40, then I'll start adjusting. Ultimately, 35 pounds of boost out of this turbo is the perfect amount. Anything over 40 and you start pushing hot air. So 35 to 40 is what I can say max is the recommended on these. So I'm gonna try that and we'll see how it goes. All right, so tomorrow, like I said, I ordered the installer tools for not only the front main, but there's a wear sleeve in here, so that we're gonna install that on the crank as well, and we'll do the front case. So I need to go to AutoZone or wherever and go grab some paint. I might do that in the morning, I don't know yet, but I need to go grab some white engine paint, and we're gonna start with that front case. And the reason I'm going white, I know it's gonna be I'm gonna be mad when it gets dirty, but the whole point of white is so that I can see if there's ever any oil leaks and make it obvious. We'll obviously have the billet parts, you know, the tappet cover and the, what do you call these things? The freeze plugs. We'll have billet freeze plugs, but you're not really gonna see those. So I'm gonna go back here, see if you guys want any of this other stuff, and then we'll call it a day. I gotta remember to take that down to Tennessee with me on Monday, so we can go pick up a trailer. But yeah, a lot of stuff in here. I need to get rid of an instrument cluster and still the TIP'em. Still waiting on a response from that, and this bumper. That was supposed to go as well, but whatever. Well, one day left, and then this thing won't be sitting here anymore. This will no longer be attached to the truck, so we can pretty much put whatever we want in it. And I put two of them little green clamps on the line just to see if they'll work, if they'll do anything. So we'll try them out. Obviously not permanent and whatnot, but this guy's in there nice and tight. Alternator's good. I'm gonna start it up, make sure we don't have any leaks. And sorry you guys won't be able to hear me for a second, but there is the ones that are underneath here, you know. So kind of curious on how those are. Also, whichever one of you guys recommended this Permatex stuff, I'm gonna try this stuff out as well. So I just need to figure out what I do with my rearview mirror and go from there. Looks like that got rid of any pressure that was in the crankcase. Let's look at these lines. All right, you can see a little bit of steam. I think that's about normal. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can see it right here. So, that's awesome. See, I don't know if the camera actually picks that up, but let's see. Let's get under here. You can see a little bit of steam if you really focus on it. I can see it in the camera a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. But those are the three. There's no pressure behind the valve cover cap anymore. So that's a good sign. So now we'll try it. I'm gonna glue that I'm gonna find my rear view mirror and then glue the piece on so tomorrow morning I can put it back on. Just gotta figure out what I did with it. I feel like I put it over under the seat, but I don't know. So let's grab that quick and we'll go from there. All right, appreciate you guys for letting me know. I got that in. I held that up for about a minute. It tells you to wait about 30 minutes before applying the mirror, so we'll put that on tomorrow morning. Got the razor blade to get that all off. Love these things. Mueller cubes, I don't even know what, but you can just pretty much put that on there and then you just push this thing right there and then we're all good. Well, this engine can't be that worn out because there is no oil, just steam. You guys can see that now, yeah. But no oil, so nothing's dripped yet. Guess we'll see. All right, this came in a little early, but this is the tappet cover that I had ordered. You guys can see, and then that goes in the back, and then there's two fittings. I put them in backwards right now because I'm making sure that the O-ring stays put, trying to form it to its thing because it's a cheap one. So I'm gonna go tomorrow and get two block offs that match whatever this fitting is here. So I'll go to Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. Or I just go to Lowe's because they seem to have the best fittings for these. Go grab whatever this is, and we will block that off so that these two are just open or just closed, blocked off, nothing coming out of them. Because on these cheaper ones, they don't have a baffle. This is the inside. See, there's no baffle. So yeah, so we'll go grab that in the morning. And super excited to get this thing on. Probably do this. I don't know, actually. I'm going to hold off on doing this just because we'll get the main leaks fixed, and then we'll probably do this next week after my 2 trips are up. All right, so that's pretty much going to do it for the video. I guess we'll just watch and see how much oil drips out of those things. Kind of cool to be able to watch. Hopefully we get nothing. If we get no oil, that's great. If we get it pissing a bunch of oil, well, then we're going to have to do a catch can, and we'll watch it from there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go check out my other channel. I think at this point, no, it should be posted in about 40 minutes. So 6 p.m. EST is when I'm going to post my crypto channel stuff, which is going to be very, very small. I'm not going to be posting a lot, but go check out that channel and ask me some questions on there after watching the first introduction video. Go check out my links down below for my Amazon affiliate links if you want to support me and support the channel. It's all stuff that I use and I like, so go check it out. Appreciate you guys. See you in the next one. Safe travels. Peace.